Hey, David with the Wholesaler's Toolbox. In this video, I'm going to do a review and demo of the DealMachine real estate software. But before I do that, I want to talk real quick about the bonus offer. If you sign up for DealMachine using my affiliate link underneath this video in the description, I'm going to give you 5 real estate wholesaling website templates that I've had built for a software called System.io. And I want to show them to you real quick. I've built a motivated seller website that you can go in and customize and use for your own. I've built a cash buyer website. Same thing. You can go in here, customize, put your logo in, put your information in, use it for your own. Property Finder, if you want to hire people to drive for dollars for you or go out and look for properties, I have a website to recruit property finders. I have a Dispo website. If you want to start your own Dispo business, get a good cash buyers list. You can go out to other wholesalers, to investors and say, hey, if you've got a property you want to sell, team up with me. I've got this huge cash buyers list, and we can utilize that to move your deal. And I also built a boots on the ground website for if you've got a lot of absentee owners or overseas investors in your area, you can offer a service where you can go out, take pictures and video and all that for them and charge them for that service. So I will give you all 5 of these website templates as a bonus for signing up for DealMachine. Okay, so let's hop into DealMachine. Let's go through this demo real quick. As soon as you log in, you're going to see this dashboard. And really what this dashboard is just so you can set your goals on here, what you're trying to achieve. You can go in here and say, hey, in the next, year, I want to make 100 grand. This is what I want to do. This is my goals. And it will tell you what you have to do to get to those goals, right? And you can refresh that and it will, tell you what you need to send out, what you need to do. Right. And then it will give you all your current statuses on here, what you've done for the month in the last, 4 weeks, the month, year to date, custom, whatever you want to do. All right. So it's just to keep you accountable. All right. In the Drive tab, this is where all the work's done. OK, you can go in here. You can go to a standard or satellite view of the area that you're working. You can show MLS data on the map. You can show past routes where you've driven in the last 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12, 12 to 24, which is great if you're working with a team and you've got multiple people signed up. Then you can see where everybody's driven, how long ago they've driven there, and if you need to hit that area again. Okay, so a lot of good stuff there. You can show the routes on the map and all that stuff. All right. And then we also have filters built in here. So if you want to go in here and say, hey, I want you to highlight vacant properties, I want you to highlight cash buyers, pre-foreclosures, whatever down this list, you can do that. It will highlight on the map, which is nice because then you can just drive to those locations, right? You don't have to drive everywhere if you just want to go to the vacant properties. So you can just drive to the vacant properties, okay? So again, you can do this on the map, or you can do it on the computer as virtual driving for dollars, or you can do it on the phone app if you just want to get out in the field and drive for dollars. So let's do it on the computer real quick for you, and I'll show you how to do this. So I'm going to click this. It says start driving. And then I'm just going to click on a property where I want to start driving at. All right, it's going to zoom in on Street View, Google Street View, and I can go right down the street and virtually drive for dollars looking at the Street View map. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, these pictures aren't necessarily brand new. They weren't taken yesterday, right? But Google does this fairly frequently. You can see right here that this was done in 2023. So it's from this year. So if a property's been sitting vacant for a long time, it's still going to be vacant on the street view, right? So it's not perfect, but if you can't get out, right, you can't, go physically driving for dollars, you have to do it from home. It's a great way to do it. So you can highlight the map. You can say, I just want to do vacant, and you can go virtually and just click on them. It's like, yeah, it looks vacant, post office says it's vacant, map shows it's vacant, I'm going to send mail to it, right? And you can do it virtually that way. So you could go down the street. Let's say this property right here is looks vacant. It doesn't, but let's say it did. We can click right on the property, shows it. We can go in and look at it. We know who owns it, right? We go, yep, that looks like something we'd want to do, and we can add that lead. All right, once you add the lead, my wireless is gone. Once you add the lead, it looks like this, right? So we can see there's an email address for it. There's no phone numbers for it because we haven't skip traced it. But let's go ahead and do that. So let's skip trace it. So we've got an email or a mailing address. I'm sorry, not an email address, a street address, right? So looks like this matches county records for the house. If it was an absentee owner, it would be a different address, right? We've got some phone numbers here. The ones in green are going to be more likely to be accurate if you just want to give them a call, right? And you can do that right from your cell phone. And then if there were email addresses, they would be here, but there's none associated with this one. But often there are. So if you also want to shoot them an email or add them to like an email, autoresponder kind of system where it will, send out stuff for you, that would also be a good free or really cheap option to do. Okay, so that's it. All right, let's end the driving. And we'll go back to the main screen. So that's how you drive for dollars. Again, it's going to show your route where you've been, and it's going to color it different for, when you've been there. Okay, so you can see when it's time to go back and hit an area again. All right, so once you added properties to your system, they're going to be in the leads tab, and this is where everything's going to show up. So you can go in and view leads. You can start mail from here. You can search your leads. You can add filters and tags and all that so you can search it. So it's really acting like a CRM for you. You can go in there, put notes in, add tasks, like add it to a calendar and say, I want to call this person back, in 2 months or whatever. You can do all of that, right? If you upload or build a list, you can go right in here and search it. I've got some bulk imports that I've done in there, but this is where you would go search a list that you've done. If you want to add a lead manually, you can go in here and do this, or this is where you would be import the lead, right? And then we've got list builder, and I'm going to hop over to this tab for list builder. Okay, so in here, you can do a lot of great things, right? You can say, hey, I just want to build a list of vacant properties in the zip code. I just want to do deceased owner, pre-probate in this zip code or this city or however you want to search it. And then as you can see right here, you can also just go in and draw a map, right? You can say, hey, I want to draw something like this down to here. Up to here, okay, and that's it, and enter, right, and then boom, you can create a your own targeted area like that, right, and mail to it. All right, so once you do that, and once you build a list, it's a smart list, right? So what's great about that with DealMachine and their smart list is once you pull a list, let's say I did it for St. Petersburg, Florida, and I did it for vacant properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. Then what happens is when a property becomes unvacant, it drops off my list, or a new property becomes vacant, it adds to my list. So once I build a list for a city or for a zip code or a specific area I draw on the map, I don't have to pull that list every month. It just updates for me. And you can see right here, I've got 28 leads that have updates on them, and then I can pop in here, review them, accept them, or deny them, or whatever. If I can remove them from my list or whatever I want to do. So it's great DealMachine is great even if you're not going to go out driving for dollars, because you can actually just pull this right on here and start mailing to them. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the mail real quick. So let's hop into the mail center. And this just gives you a breakdown of what's going on with your mail, how many active leads you have, how many leads you've paused mailing to, how many have completed their, the sequence you set up for them and all that, right? So we have that. We can go into postcards. In here, there are pre-made postcards for you, or you can make your own, right? So if you want to create a template like from scratch and maybe focus it right on vacants or right on probate or whatever you want to set it for, or something totally different, you can do that. And you can make the postcard say anything that you want to say. Now, the picture that shows up on the postcard, it's pulling from Google Street View. But if you're driving for dollars physically, you're not doing it virtually, but you're doing it out on the road, you can actually take a picture with your phone and have that load to the postcard when it sends out. So you can really customize it. You can take a picture of yourself standing in front of the property, pointing at it, say, hey, do you want to sell this property, or whatever you want to do. It's a great way to market because it shows that you were at the property, right? It's not just junk mail, somebody sent it to them. You've actually physically been to the property. Maybe you've left a note on the door. Now you're sending them a postcard. You've skip traced them, you email them, whatever you want to do. You can do it from the system, right? And then lastly, you can set up mail sequences. So in here, if you start a new sequence, you can say, okay, this is the postcard I want to do. This is the second card I want to send, and I want to send it 20 days later. This is the third card I want to send, and I want to do that 2 months later, whatever. So you're hitting a owner multiple times. It's not just one and done. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, four postcards, and then on the fourth one or fifth one or sixth one, they might go, you know what? I am ready to sell, right? So you can set up as many sequences as you want in here and really customize your mail. Okay, then you have an affiliate tab. If you sign up to be an affiliate like I am, you can promote DealMachine and get paid for promoting it. And then over here, you can search the database. You can get help and support. If you have any tasks, they're going to pop up here. And then you have your, where you can go in and change your custom settings and your personal information and all that. So that is DealMachine, right? It's DealMachine in I started saying a nutshell, but I think we went a little bit deeper than a nutshell. And then lastly, I want to hop over here real quick and talk about the pricing on DealMachine. So DealMachine pricing, the starter plan is $79 a month. All right, that allows one user up to 10,000 leads a month, driving for dollars, 10,000 list builder leads a month, which is a lot. I highly doubt that most people are mailing to that many a month. You've got the MLS data and comps, daily data updates, so like I talked about with the list data, and then you can mail postcards for 64 cents. Okay, then the Pro for 119, everything included in starter. You got 3 users, so you can add drivers in, right? You can hire 2 people to drive for you, or add your cousin and your brother on it, or whatever, so they can add leads to it, and you can limit that so they can only add leads. They can't start mail and they can't skip trace and all that, so they're not costing you money. You can set it so they can just drive for dollars for you and just add a lead. Okay, but with the bigger plan, you get 50,000 leads a month, 20,000 list builder leads. You get the real estate AI assistant, which I didn't show you, but it's called Alma, and it's just an AI integrated in. So when you're in a property, you can say, hey, write me a good text message that I can send this client, or pull comps on this property, or things like that, all right? You can do the route planning, so you can say, hey, this is where I want to drive, show me the best route. That's where you can do the mail sequences. You can use a custom mail designer. So if you don't like the pre-made templates, you can use the designer. Curbside view of properties from Google Street that you can view on your mail. You can go through the DealMachine Masterclass, which is a great way to really educate yourself on driving for dollars and the wholesaling process, and then you get a little bit of a discount on the postcards. Okay, and then $4.99 is for teams. It's really, I mean, that's for like hardcore big agencies that want a lot of people on the street. Most people aren't going to spend $500 unless you've got a good wholesaling business going. You're building teams and all that, but you get a ton of stuff. 15 users, everything in pro, 500,000 leads, workflows to automate your business. That's going to be a new release coming later this year. Driver recruitment tools, exported leads per month. You can do 100,000 exports, and then really low pricing on the mailers. But really, I mean, the 79 and the 119 is going to be what most people pick. What I just showed you on mine is the 119 plan, but 79 really, if you're one man or one lady show, you're getting out and you're doing some wholesaling, the 79 package is all you need to get going and get out there and get some deals done. So I've used DealMachine for years, highly recommend it. I think driving for dollars is the best way to find deals. It's the best way to build a unique list, and it's the best way to get in this business and start making money. Okay, so that's it. Remember, if you sign up for DealMachine, use my code so you can get the 5 website bonus. Okay, talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now.